Welcome back, everyone. We're getting ready to jump into and work on the coupling base here. And if I use these bullion tools, this is the way I would draw this. And again, you use whatever method. Like we began at the first lesson, the first module, you guys drawed out the shape of it in 2D and then extruded it. That's totally fine. I'll show you the method here of subtraction and addition to these things, joining and cutting. So again, this is in inches. Make sure you get an inch IPT on this. I'm going to start my 2D sketch on my XY plane. I want to show you all in this in some of your drawing tools here. In your creation, I want to, instead of using a rectangle, go down to slot and use the center point, center to center. It's really simple to do this one. Just catch that point right there. And this thing from center to center is 2.5. So get it going, 2.5, enter. And then whenever you start bringing this up, this is radius of 1. So you want the diameter, so it'd be 2, right? So 2.5, and just make sure this comes out to be 2 across. It is. That's perfect. Now, if you're using your addition, subtraction tools in that Boolean method, what you got to do is just, if you extrude this up, the thickness of this is, looks like to me, 1/2 of an inch right there. It's kind of hard to see that, but we'll go with that 1/2 of an inch. And then you could just, and you can see how the history's coming up here, but I could start my next sketch right on top of that. And I could use the slot again. Now remember, guys, and I'm going across this 2.5. This time you're doing 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch plus 1/2 inch to make the diameter be 1. And finish that sketch out, extrude, you click on this. You're using the subtraction method. You just push it all the way through it, or you can hit through all. Either way. Okay, she's gone through there. And of course, like I was saying, you could use other methods that would make this more fast. I would have probably went through this and draw this outside, draw this inside, and cut those pieces out and extrude it as one shot. But I'm just showing you the methods of joining and subtracting here. So again, and you see I'm just adding more to my history. I'm not being as efficient as I could be. So that's going to be an important thing as we get down the road, is just being more efficient with your history and drawing. So what I want to do now is cut this little section out right here. I could do this like here and draw this thing perfectly out. I'm not going to do that. I want to keep it simple. I'm just going to go up here and get myself a rectangle of 1.25 across. And I didn't get to stretch it down, but it's okay. I can put a dimension on it if I zoom in close enough. Boom, and we'll put like a 3. It doesn't matter. Or 2 or 3, it doesn't matter. And I can actually just grab it and pull it down. Because the only thing I'm worried about is just cutting this right here, because there's nothing going to be cutting as it goes through there. Only thing I need to make sure is this distance from here to here, is it accurate? And I want to show you all a trick with this dimension. I can go right from here to right here, and I can do some math on this. Okay, it does some pretty cool, it does formulas. So what is this distance between here and here? I'll show you a quick trick. So put your parentheses here, 2.5 divided by 2. All right. So that would give you, well, I don't want to do that. 2.5, I'm sorry, minus 1.25, parentheses, divided by 2. That'll give it to us, won't it? You're taking this, subtract this, and then you divide it by 2 to get this and this. So hit OK. See how it does it for you? So it's really cool. It's really smart software. So finish your sketch, extrude, and really, I mean, you can grab both, all of it, it doesn't matter. And I can just grab this and turn it around, and it'll cut. Okay? Boom. There you are. swirl it around here. I got to put this little thing on here, so sketch. Just like that. And it's 1 inch from the bottom to the center of it, so I'm just going to use a rectangle, and I'm not wanting it to tie to anything. And it's 1 inch, so yeah, the width of it looks to me like it's a radius of 0.625, so let's go on. Quadrants are hidden, so that would make me think it would be 0.625 times 2 to get the diameter there. And then on my height of it, I only want it to be 1 inch, okay? Now this should be right in the dead center of this thing. So dimension, we can go from edges, it doesn't matter. If it lets me catch it. See, it's not going to let me catch it. And that way I could have centered it up. The reason it's not going to let me catch, let me show you why. When you take and turn it, this right here isn't on this plane. I want to show you a little trick. How to get this transferred, how to project this to the plane that we're on. And it's right here is project geometry. Click on it. Now if you'll notice, you see how it brought that image up to this? If I click on that, see how it's bringing that up? It's projecting that image away from me onto that plane. So I turn it around. Perfect. Dimension this thing in. All right. So again, I'm just going to take and do a formula. You can figure it up as well. This whole thing is, the whole width of this thing is 2.5 plus 1 inch plus 1 inch. So it would be 4.5, right? So 4.5 minus 4.5 minus 0.625 and 0.625. All right, so you could do this. So 0.625. Put another parentheses around it. Well, no, I won't. .625 E50. 1.5. 1.5 divided by 2. There it is. All right, and just to make sure that I'm accurate, it looks pretty close, doesn't it? I'll project the geometry on this side, and just if you want to check yourself, you can. It doesn't. Did you all see that? It's wrong. Why? Because my formula was wrong. 0.625 and 0.625 is not 1.5, correct? So if we were to look at that, it's 1.25. Y'all see that? So come in here and it told on us. And I want you guys to do that. Check yourself and check yourself often. Now check it out. That's exactly what I want you to do. Now this, when you accept, you're just accepting a dimension. It doesn't need it because you've got everything it needs right there. But that way you know it's dead in the center, you're good shape. Now come up here with your, catch that midpoint, bring your circle over. Trim out some stuff that you do not need. I can't trim that, I just have to delete that line. Go ahead and put your circle in here. I might as well go ahead and do that while I'm at it, 0.5. And that way, when I finish this sketch, everything's lined up perfectly. Extrude just this piece. And we want to join it, but I want to turn it the other way. And make sure you go back to join, and that is only a 1/2 inch thick there, isn't it, folks? Now, I want to show you something else that you guys can do. Your distance, you can also do distance to, and like catch the face of that, and it'll go to that face. And then okay. So there was a few little tricks to get to that. So again, if you need help with it, just holler at me, and I will help you.